let's just come out and say it. Pirates of the Caribbean is not a good franchise. Everybody says they at least have one they really like, and that usually is the first one, which, yeah, was an incredible film. It revived the swashbuckling spirit of Errol Flynn films of the 30s, while adding a modern spirit to it. The film was so popular, in fact, that a sequel was made, Dead Man's Chest. But despite the incredibly cool villain in Davy Jones, the film fell flat in a lot of ways, largely because it made more efforts to be the next Empire Strikes Back rather than its own movie. The third one is garbage, through and through. It's nothing but a complicated plot and a runtime too long for its own good. The fourth, however, is often considered the worst of the franchise, but for some reason, it's one that I like the most of the sequels. I mean, despite its cheesy tone, it cares more about being a high-flying adventure than anything else. Which brings me to Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales. This film is bad. It's bad. It's really, really bad, and it seldom redeems itself in any way. First off, what is going on here, Johnny Depp? You've done this role 4 times prior. How did you perform what many people would consider a watered-down version of a role you originated? Jesus Christ, that random visit to Disney World you made was more convincing than what you did here. But it's not just Johnny Depp. The film is overly complicated. There are numerous plot points and characters involved in unnecessary paternal reveals, and a desperate need for some reason for Orlando Bloom to get work in this film. Someone once asked the simple question of, why can't Jack Sparrow just look for treasure? And that's a good question. These films could have been something great, big, and fun. They could have been the pirate version of Indiana Jones instead of a tired version of Lord of the Rings. We don't always need a huge overarching plot. Sometimes we just need a good story. What else is there? The jokes, they're the worst. The acting, it's the worst. The CGI, it's the worst. It looks like some kids who just discovered green screen for the first time in their AV club all showed up with green t-shirts and, went crazy. Of everything this film sucks with, there is one redeeming feature: Javier Bardem as the villain. I love this villain. With his mad obsession with revenge and his eerie powers, Bardem's Salazar is the Khan of this franchise. And that's as far as it goes, because he is such an shamefully underutilized character. This could have been the Wrath of Khan type of story about Jack and Salazar, but instead it was just another shit movie. And look, there is nothing wrong with bad movies. Some of the most fun movies of all time are inherently bad, but most of the time the people making those films genuinely tried their best to make something good. They actually put effort in. They actually saw something there that wasn't there to begin with, but they still fucking tried. With Pirates, it's just boring. It's just a boring film with no effort, no attempt to make something unique or new, just a boring movie. And that's the greatest crime you can commit in filmmaking. A boring movie. Pirates 5. I heard Baywatch was better. On to the next one.